Hello everyone! Today we will take a look at the Jade Bot and everything around it. You could think it's a new and very cute companion, but that would be inaccurate. It's a modular gadget that expands your character travel and world interaction capabilities. And since you can't use all of its tools at once, the proper customization that fits your playstyle is a key. The basic bot unlocks as a part of the main End of Dragon storyline, so you can't miss it. It happens once you reach Kaineng City, which is quite early. Then there are Masteries, expanding its basic functions, and upgrades enhancing Masteries as well as adding even more tools. You just have to do the story and unlock Masteries once per account. However, upgrades are separate for each character. A freshly unlocked bot can do only two things: using ziplines and teleporters for faster travel, and buff yourself with offensive and defensive protocols, which increase your power, condition damage, vitality and toughness by 150. Those buffs stack up to 90 minutes. Teleporters and protocols are the only bot gadgets requiring battery charges. You can find those Jade batteries all around the End of Dragon zones. With the maxed out Masteries, you will be able to store up to 4 charges, and each battery will provide 2. There are other minor devices you can interact with, like broken turrets or terminals during the story, but they are not worth mentioning, to be honest. Masteries adds 3 additional functions. Glide Boost replaces your heal skill while gliding and kicks you up a bit when used. It has a 30 seconds cooldown. Jade Tag Waypoint allows you to place a one-time use waypoint anywhere you want within a zone you are currently in. 10 minutes cooldown. And finally, Rescue Protocol replaces your downstate heal with a much stronger, uninterruptible one. Again, 10 minutes cooldown. Jade Bot upgrades are accessible at the hero panel in the Jade Bot tab. However, you can change them only at the Jade Bot workbenches in the End of Dragon zones or in your guild hall. There are 3 item slots determining bot's functionality: Power Core, Sensory Array and Service Chip. Power Core is always the same. There is only one type at the moment, increasing vitality, but it can of course change in the future. It has 10 tiers and can be either crafted or bought fairly cheap on the trading post. Same for the first tier of arrays and chips. The second tier requires the first one and a bit of research notes, and the third needs the second one and a special ingredient. You can read which one drops where in their descriptions. These drops come from daily bouncing chests on the end of meta events or strike missions. Very rare and non-tradable, so it may take a very long time. However, there is another way. Jade Vault Keeper in the Seitung province sells them, but the price is quite high. For the sensory array, you can pick between various scavenging, recycling and enhancing modules. Scavenging ones adds a chance for additional loot in form of basic materials or trophies. Profit is small, but it's there. Trophies are usually the most valuable. Recycling modules exchange some of the junk items you drop into tier 7 dusts, karma or a new currency Jade Sliver. Since the list of applicable junk is small, the first 2 types can be ignored altogether. And you could almost say the same about the slivers as well. As you can see, you can exchange them only for basic currencies, which can be farmed way easier by other means. The only exception is Tyrion Defense Seal, that otherwise came from the Icebrood Saga strike missions. And finally, there are Turtle Damage and Mount Energy Enhancers. The second one is my personal favorite. 30% faster recharge is a huge advantage you will benefit from all the time. Raptors can leap more often, or griffons can flap their wings in a way you won't lose altitude even without a speed boost. Service chip works the same way as the sensory array. Gliding booster increases the kick-off height of the Jade Bot Glide Booster Mastery, and it's again my personal favorite. It's such a quality of life upgrade, I can't stress it enough. Treasure Hunter Protocol is another great pick. It shows nearby chests and caches on the minimap, which can be quite handy while farming, especially in zones like Silver Waste is. However, if you are using my marker packs, it's kinda redundant. Rescue Protocol Recharger decreases 10 minutes basic cooldown of the Rescue Protocol Mastery. Not very useful if you ask me. And finally, Skiff Supercharger increases the speed of your boat. Simple as that. That's all I had for today, so if you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe or leave a comment and stay tuned for next time.